Hello and welcome once again to the video. In this one I'm continuing my look at basically what I think will happen in each Grand Prix, my prediction of the podium, I should say. My prediction of the podium of each Formula One Grand Prix in the 2026 World Championship. Now, I've had a run of bad results. I correctly predicted 5 of the first 6 podiums from the first 2 races. I don't do the sprint races, just the Grand Prix. But I've got everyone since then wrong. So 21. So I'm currently scoring. My current score is, let's just put it here, shall we? Current score is 5 out of 21. Not great. But I'm fairly confident with this next one. Fairly confident. So let's dive in. So it's round 8, isn't it, in Austria? What's it called now? Red Bull Ring, isn't it? It's not called Österreich. What was it? The Österreich Ring or something? Anyway, I remember it's a great circuit. I love the Red Bull Ring. And it hasn't changed much since I was watching it as a teenager. I remember the big smash up at the start in 1987, and then the restart, which was also a smash up. And then wasn't the second restart a smash up as well? Martin Brundle was involved in all of that in 1987. Yeah, so I love this circuit, and it's not really changed much at all. I did notice that I called my last Grand Prix video, round 7, the Spanish Grand Prix. And of course it wasn't the Spanish Grand Prix, was it? It was the Barcelona-Catalunya Grand Prix. I think we just called it the Barcelona Grand Prix because I was forgetting Madrid. I had forgotten that was coming in this year. And Madrid, I thought when it did come in, I forgot it was this year, but I thought when it did come in, it would just be called the Madrid Grand Prix. But no, it's got top billing. And so that's going to be the Spanish Grand Prix. And Barcelona is the Barcelona Grand Prix, or Barcelona-Catalunya. Now, some people living in Catalonia will be glad about that, because there are a lot of people I know that want independence from Spain. Not the majority, I think, at the moment. I think the slight majority is to stay with Spain. But anyway, yeah, so it's quite nice that they get their Barcelona Grand Prix. Right, so let's go. Let's dive in. Let's dive in with, in first place, I'm going to go with Antonelli. Now, I've not predicted Antonelli to win since the second round in China, when it seemed like a crazy prediction. But he did so well in Australia that I thought he would win in China, and he did. But I've not predicted that he would win since then. I've not put him down since then. Second, Russell. Russell, you can't at the moment, unfortunately, you just cannot predict. You cannot say that Russell is likely to finish ahead of Antonelli, because every Grand Prix, and it was the same in Spain, Antonelli is slightly quicker than Russell. Not in the early stages of the weekend, and often Russell still gets pole position. And he's quick in the early part of the race, but as the race goes on, the longer the race goes on, Antonelli, even though he's a lot less experienced than Russell, he's the one that holds on to the speed longer. Russell slightly fades, or Antonelli slightly speeds up, whatever, but Antonelli just reels in Russell every Grand Prix. So unfortunately that's looking fairly consistent all year. At third place, I'm putting Hamilton. Now, I have heard some crazy talk, even coming from Jacques Villeneuve, and I normally highly respect everything Jacques Villeneuve says. He says a lot of wise stuff. He was correctly supporting, with his comments, Norris last year, when everyone else was attacking Norris. He was like me. He was saying, no, see what happens. Norris is just having a bad patch. And I certainly thought Norris would win last year, and he did. I thought that all through the season, apart from after the Dutch Grand Prix, when I had a little wobble in my faith, but only for that one race. But anyway, on this occasion, I don't agree with Villeneuve. He's saying that Ferrari should put everything behind Hamilton to try and beat Mercedes. Hamilton is 40 points ahead, but with 25 points for a win, 40 and so many races to go, 40 points isn't a massive margin at all. So it would just be madness to do that. And what does that say to Leclerc? Only two races ago, Leclerc was ahead of Hamilton in the championship by 3 points. He's now 40 points behind, but he was ahead just 2 races ago. So in another 2 races' time, he might be ahead of Hamilton. And it's not like Leclerc is suddenly, no good anymore. So that sort of talk, I know that talk is not coming from the Ferrari, but any suggestion that they should back Hamilton is crazy, I think. Just like Mercedes should not make Russell help Antonelli either. If you are still mathematically in the championship, I think you should be allowed to race. I know that a lot of teams in the past have not done that. With Ferrari, with Schumacher, they backed Schumacher right from round 1. And pretty much Red Bull did with Verstappen as well. But then again, with those 2 drivers, you didn't really have to do a lot because they were always ahead of their teammates anyway. Although there was that famous race in Austria, was it 2002, when Barrichello was ordered to give the win to Schumacher, was it? Or was that the one where Schumacher gave the win to Barrichello, but he messed it up and accidentally, I can't remember, accidentally won it himself or something. I don't know. I can't remember now. But, basically, if you're mathematically in it, you should be, I know it's up to the teams, but you should be allowed to race. In 2010, Jenson Button was asked with 2 races to go, are you going to help Hamilton? Because there were 5 drivers in the hunt for the championship with 2 races to go in 2010. And Button rightly said, no, because I'm still mathematically in with a chance of winning. Remote, but I still am. And then after that penultimate race, going into the final race, Button was then out of the running. So he said, yeah, I'll help Hamilton. It was a pretty impossible task for Hamilton, though. But that's how it should be. So all this talk so early, just like last year when, Piastri gets a run of good results, thanks to Norris messing up his qualifying race after race. And everyone starts saying, McLaren should get Norris to help Piastri. And then Piastri has a run of bad results and Norris has good results. And then suddenly they're saying, Piastri has to help Norris. I mean, it's ridiculous. Just leave it as it is. And when one mathematically can't win it, then you stop them fighting, basically. But, yeah, anyway. Antonelli went off-piste a little bit there, didn't I? So Antonelli for the win, Russell for second, Hamilton for third. Maybe Leclerc or Verstappen in fourth. Outstanding performance. I put down Sainz last time, didn't I? Or I did for Monaco anyway. And it didn't work out too well. Or was it the last race? I'm not going to put down who I think will do, because it would just be a guess. If I can think of someone, I will put it down. But it's a power circuit, so Hamilton is going to struggle basically against the Mercedes. I think it's more of a power circuit than Spain. So I think Hamilton will struggle more so against the Mercedes. And of course, I was thinking Cadillac, maybe they're on the verge of getting their first points, but it's a power circuit. They've got a Ferrari engine, haven't they? So they're in the same position. So there you go. That's my prediction. Antonelli, Russell, Hamilton. I hope it all goes wrong and it's the reverse of this podium with Hamilton winning. That'd be the best thing. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to subscribe, please do so. I'll do a video again after the Austrian Grand Prix, on the Grand Prix. Yeah, if you'd like to subscribe, please do so, or watch the video, or comment on the video, or leave a tip on the thanks button below the video. But just basically, thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you don't subscribe. It's just a click of a button, no cost involved. It helps with my algorithms massively. So there you go. Thank you very much, and goodbye for now.